So it's day 13 of 100 days of thriving, and today I acknowledge my purpose. That is to help people intellectually, to ponder and to reason their way through their lives, coming out of hardship and moving into relationship with God. It has always been my way, my gift, my truth. It does bring me to the question, who is God to me? What is God? And my answer is this. God is the force of nature that permeates from every living thing. Biology. God is fully spirit, physics, and he is the alchemist of time, space, and matter. Alchemist, chemistry. He is the inventor of all of these things, the reflector of all of these things. He is the giver of life. He is the sustainer of life. He is the perfecter of life. He is the one who fights for us in the face of death and destruction and wins every time. He is the one who orchestrates our lives and asks us to trust him. I believe we trust him through the act of surrender. We surrender our will, our way, our wisdom, and we freely take on his will, his way, his wisdom, without any resistance. No matter what, we are okay because we are okay. We will always be okay. Whatever happens in life, all things work for the good of those who love the Lord, because they are living from a place of love. And love and goodness go hand in hand. So when you live from a place of love, goodness and mercy will follow. And that's a matter of fact. It is also a fact of matter. I am sure you have heard it said that like attracts like. Love is good. Therefore, love is like good. And if you operate from a place of love, you will attract goodness. If you are good, you will be loved. Of course, the opposite is true too. When we do not trust God, we cannot surrender to the portion of life given to us. Instead, we hold on to whatever sense of control we can get. We trust in our own strength, in our own ability, in our own wisdom and understanding, and we completely resist any sense of the free flow in favor of rigid consistency. When we hold on, we fear that if we let go, some bad thing will befall us, and then we struggle, because the giver of life made life to be free-flowing and fluid. There are cycles and seasons and changes. Changes are inevitable, and we need to be able to adjust and adapt. It's no wonder God reminds us, do not fear, do not be dismayed, so much throughout the Bible. It would appear that it is easy for people to forget God, to forget his promises, and therefore to forsake his peace. That is why I am on a mission to realign my life with God's promises, experience his peace, and spread the good news far and wide. Welcome to the Woman of God podcast. So 13 days into this 100 days of thriving, where I'm posting daily vlogs on YouTube, I have come to the realization that I have learned a lot in such a short amount of time. It is all about consistency. And the word consistency makes me think of density. The more you do something, the more dense it becomes. So the more I've been practicing vlogging every single day, editing every single day, showing up every single day, I've gotten so much better at it. And now it is time for me to take those skills and run with my true vision and my true mission, which is the Woman of God podcast. It is for that reason why I will be continuing 100 Days of Thriving over on the Woman of God podcast with a vision and a mission to preach the good news of Jesus Christ and to talk about the transformation that has already happened in my life and the active transformation that I am undertaking by going on this 100-day challenge. I will continue to post videos here if the Lord leads me to, but for the rest of the 100 Days challenge, if you wish to continue to follow my journey, then be sure to follow me over at Woman of God podcast.
And he's shaping me and he's molding me and he's chiseling me down, and my purpose is becoming clearer and clearer to me each and every single day. And I just think it's so incredible that this very first video that I'm doing right now is about purpose, right? Like I chose this devotional, of course, and there was just like a compulsion to swipe through maybe like 6 or 7, and that was the one that stood out to me. And purpose is so important. So I believe that this is my purpose. My purpose since I was a child has been to help people, and to help people reflect internally. Think agony aunt, think counselor, think even therapist, you know, like I'm not qualified in the world, but I'm qualified by the Lord. And I'm telling you, I used to coach people and train people through hard times in life when I was 12 years old, when we had AOL internet, and it was the time when we had MySpace and Bebo, if you guys are old enough to remember. And my dad was like, you're not wasting your time on MySpace and Bebo. And then I also had this thread on AOL, and that was the only reason why I was allowed on the computer so much, because I was coaching people, and he obviously saw so much potential in that, and it just boosted me. And throughout my life, I've always been that person. People gravitate towards me and they just spill. They spill everything, their pain, their hurts, their desires, their hopes, their frustrations. And they will spill it, like sometimes they spill it because they feel so confident and comfortable talking to me. And sometimes it just spills out, and I can see that they are talking themselves down into the ground. I can see that their mindset is taking them in the wrong direction. I can see the spirit that is on them, that is like reducing them into just being like a less vibrant version of themselves. And then I will talk into that and I'll speak life into that. And the Lord has given me the capability to speak life, to bring light, to bring joy into this world. And that is what He has for me. That is what He wants me to do. And that is what I am doing now. That is what I'm being obedient with. And I don't know, I think the sadness that I have is because I know that this is time for me to let go. It's time for me to let go of my old content creation style. It's time for me to let go of my old audience. It's time for me to let go of my own platform, my old platform. For the longest time, I felt like I'm going to let go. I need to leave it just for my own sanity, my own mental health. And then I thought like I can hold on to this. I can let people see like what God is doing. But whatever that is, this is what it is now. This is where Shanine needs to spend her time. This is what Shanine needs to talk about. This is what she needs to do for herself and for her soul, but for the other people that she's going to touch with the word of God. And that brings me joy. Like I just need to think about that, and that brings me joy, right? Anyway, guys, so this is day 1 of 5 days of living changed. And this is about living with purpose. This is about thinking about what is the purpose that the Lord has put inside of us. And I don't want this video to be too long, but I'm going to ask you this question. What is your purpose? What have you always felt compelled to do? What have you tried to do and you've just succeeded at it? What is it that you wish that you could do, but maybe you're not doing right now? Think about what your purpose is and meditate upon it, pray to the Lord about it, and begin to step into your purpose. I'll see you tomorrow for day 2 of Living Changed Purpose by the Bible app.